Welcome back to Legalese 123, where we are covering cases across America. Hello and welcome back to Legalese 123. I'm your host, Missy K. I hope you're doing well. Just uploaded the morning trial of Brian Walshe. We are now entering the afternoon, is what I'm going to call it. The trial is happening, and I'm just kind of catching up where I can. We left off, we are starting with Nicholas Guarino. He is a Massachusetts state trooper. If you haven't heard of him, where have you been? He has been involved deeply in the Karen Reed case. He is also involved in other cases such as Sandra Birchmore. We'll go through that as well. Nick Guarino is a forensic downloading person within the MSP. So where he's going to go over all of the stuff that was downloaded off of the forensics, off of the computers, phones, etc. In the Sandra Birchmore case, it was alleged that there was no communication between Sandra Birchmore and police officer Farrell. I could be mistaken with his name, but anyways, long story short, it comes to find out there was over 30,000 messages that they found between this police officer and Sandra Birchmore that Nicholas Guarino didn't find. Was he covering it up? We don't know. So, knowing that Mr. Guarino has had some prior issues in the past, are they going to be able to come up in this trial? We will find out. So, let's get into it. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please do so. YouTube has no idea that I exist, but you do. You have the power to let them know that I exist. And if you like this content, please like and subscribe. Here we go. We're going to add this to the stage. Let us begin. Oh, he's limping.
Good morning, sir. And you may proceed.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning.
Could you please state your name for the record and spell your last name, sir?
Nicholas Guarino, Guarino.
And how are you employed, sir?
I'm a trooper with the Massachusetts State Police.
And how long have you been a trooper?
A little over 10 years now.
And what is your current assignment?
Currently assigned to the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office.
And how long have you been assigned there?
November 2019, so 6 years-ish, about that.
And what?
Maybe not for long, right? We'll see. We'll see, Guarino. We'll see.
What are your responsibilities at the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office?
I do digital forensics and I'm a sexual assault investigator, as well as assist on homicide cases and narcotics cases.
Trooper, you're currently on a medical leave due to a work-related injury. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And can you tell this jury about your educational background?
Yes, I went to Westfield State College. I have 2 bachelor's degrees in criminal justice and mass communications.
And can you also tell the jury about any kind of specialized training that you have in forensic examinations in order to be a forensic examiner?
So I've taken numerous Cellbrite classes. They're 40-hour certification courses, as well as other online trainings with National White Collar Crime and Magna Forensics, which is another forensic company, and Burla Motor Vehicle Forensics.
So I'm going to ask you a little bit about those. What is Cellbrite?
Cellbrite is specialized software and hardware to download and extract data from digital devices.
And Cellbrite is the name of the company?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And is that a private company?
Yes, they are.
He looks like a little kid, like at the dinner table. I don't know if he can't get up. The other officer was up a little bit higher, but this looks a little funny. Okay, Celebrite. Celebrite is also a controversial topic as well. In the Karen Reed case, Celebrite expert Ian Whiffen had testified in reference to how Jen McCabe had downloaded on her phone House Long to Die in the Cold. The defense says she did that search at 2:27 a.m. Celebrite says nope, she didn't. She made it at 6 a.m. or between the 6 and 6:30 a.m. time frame. And unfortunately, their software was incorrect. And so, therefore, what did they do? They just eliminated that issue, just got rid of it. We can't explain what happened here specifically, but we're just going to override it. And then they just sloughed it off like, haha, it's no big deal. We'll see if it comes up.
And what is magnet forensics?
Magna Forensics is also a forensic company to download and extract digital devices as well.
Okay. And do you have certification?
So I'm wondering if they're using alternative software devices as well because of the Celebrite issue. So he just said that magnet forensics. That will be interesting because since the Karen Reed case and Celebrite's issues, are they going to start not using Celebrite and using these other things? Plus, also, I forgot to mention to you, anytime you use an Apple device, right? Maybe Android as well, but I don't know too much about Android. Apple has proprietary software that they cannot go in and they cannot download your stuff. They're not going to give you their secret sauce, right? So Celebrite is its own company that has said, oh, we can help you download the forensic information off of people's phones so that you can go into them and you can do like keyword searches and you can search for certain things as well to make it easier for investigators to find crimes. Let's continue.
From any of the companies?
Yes, Celebrate. I've taken 4 or 5 of their classes. CCO, CCPA, which is their extraction software. They teach you how to use it and extract devices. Celebrate Mobile Forensics. Their Cert F class, which is to repair and fix digital devices and cell phones. So if you have something that breaks, you can still get the data from it. CASA, which is their advanced database software class to go into the databases of the software, the devices we get. And also CAF, which is Celebrate Apple Forensics Fundamentals, I believe is the acronym, for Apple devices and MacBooks.
So you received certifications for all of those trainings?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And how do you get the training? How do you get the certification from the training?
So it's a 40-hour week-long course in person with book learning and then hands-on training. And then at the end of the week, you take a test to show proficiency. And if you pass, you get the certification.
And you were able to pass those?
Yes.
Do you have specialized training for Apple products?
Yes, that's the CAF class that I took.
Okay. So prior to being a Massachusetts State Trooper, did you have any law enforcement background?
Yes, I was a Norwood police officer for just under 11 years.
And any military background?
Yes, I was in the Army National Guard for 7 years.
And have you previously testified about examination of digital forensics?
Yes, I have.
Thank you. Your Honor, would this be a time that you'd like me to stop before I begin the full examination for the break?
Sure. So jurors, we're going to take a morning break and we'll see you back in about 20 to 30 minutes.
All right, support, please.
Oh, my mic was muted. Sorry. They're taking morning break. We
Back
aren't.
to
We're
session.
going
You
to
may be
zoom
seated.
past through it. Here we go.
You may proceed.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Trooper Guarino, were you working on Sunday, January 8th, 2023?
Yes, I was.
And were you assisting with the execution of a search warrant at 516 Chief Justice Cushing Highway in Cohasset?
Yes.
And what was your assignment at that execution of the search warrant?
I was assisting with the search of the home, and if any digital devices were located, I was to take them and put them into evidence bags and then hold on to them to transport back to the DA's office.
Okay. And what digital devices in general did you seize that day?
There were 3 MacBooks, 2 iPhones, and 3 iPads.
Thank you. And were pictures taken during the execution of the search warrant?
Yes, there was a member of Crime Scene Services there photographing where we found items.
Your Honor, at this time, I'd like to show pictures and publish them to the jury. They've been previously marked and agreed to by the defense.
How many?
It's a very good question, Your Honor. Number 63 through 78. So court reporter has been nice enough to count for me, and we believe that's 16.
All right, so 16 photos, and they are all of digital devices or electronic devices, or they have other things as well?
They are of the electronic devices in the home and then of just the electronic devices separately.
All right. And the defense has agreed to those?
Yes.
All right, great. They're now in evidence as items, exhibits 63 through 78, now in evidence.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. At this time, I'd like to
She's got a cute
have
outfit.
exhibit 63.
I like her glasses.
7179. Thank you. Trooper Guarino, can you tell me what that is a photograph of?
Yes, this is the kitchen area. On the kitchen table, there's a red iPhone 13 mini and an Apple iPad. I believe that's the 6 mini.
Ms. Gilman, can you zoom in?
Yeah, iPad 6 mini. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And is there a cover on the phone?
Yes, there's the green cover, and you can see the red at the charging port.
Thank you very much. I'd ask for the next exhibit, that being 647208. Can you tell me what this is a photograph of?
This is the, if you want to call it a dining room or eat-in nook on the table. There's 2 MacBooks and a third inside that manila folder.
Ms. Gilman, I'd ask that you zoom in on this, please.
So,
Trooper Guarino, can you explain that, please?
yes. So the bottom left, there's a gray MacBook. Next to that is another pinkish MacBook, and inside the manila folder with the charging cable, there's another MacBook inside that.
Thank you. I'd ask for the next exhibit, that being exhibit 65, 7414. What is this, Trooper?
This is that pinkish MacBook that was inside the manila folder.
Pinkish.
That was on the dining room table?
Yes, that's correct.
Thank
Hard to-
you.
hard
And
to
these
tell
are
it's
all where you initially found those devices?
That's correct.
Thank you. Looking at the next exhibit, exhibit 66, 7304. Could I please have that? What is this a photograph of, Trooper?
This is the upstairs master bedroom. On the bed, there's the iPhone SE that's plugged into the wall.
And could you zoom in, please? And is that how you found that device?
That's correct.
Thank you. Looking at Exhibit 7637, could you please show that? What is this a photograph of?
This was an Apple iPad, I believe it was 9th gen version. The crib was over it. We could see it stuck under the crib, so we just pulled it out so it could be photographed better.
Could I now please have Exhibit 31, which is already in evidence? What is this a photograph of, Trooper?
This was another Apple iPad that was in the, I believe it was the upstairs children's bedroom.
Could I please have Exhibit 68, photo 7436? Trooper, could you tell me what this is?
That's the same iPad. We just opened the case to show that the screen had been damaged.
What did you do with those items after you identified them in the house at the search warrant?
So I placed these items into brown evidence bags and put the information on the front of the bag. And then once we had finished doing the search of the home, I transported all of these items back to the Norfolk DA's office to our digital evidence lab.
And what is the digital?
Oh, is that how you're supposed to collect evidence? Is you put them in bags and then you write down what they are? Sounds like good police work. Wonder why troopers didn't do that in the Karen Reed case. Maybe this was a year later in 2023. I believe John's happened in 2022. Okay, so apparently we can do things afterwards?
Digital evidence lab at the Norfolk District Attorney's office?
So at the DA's office, we have a secure digital evidence lab that's a key card and it has an alarm on the door. So only select few can get in there. So we can store digital evidence to keep it powered on or so we don't lose any information.
And what is in the lab itself?
There's 2 forensic machines, our secure server, and a 3rd computer, and then as well as a Mac PC computer and our gray key.
And who specifically has access to that lab?
At that time, it was myself, Trooper Connor Keefe, and the civilian director of our lab, Samantha Vogt.
And what did you do next after you got to the lab?
The items were photographed, and we created with our case management for the digital evidence, we created a case number for it.
What was that case number?
2023-003.
Then what happened?
With the devices themselves?
Before you looked at the devices themselves?
Yeah. So obviously we had all these devices. We had to write search warrants. And once the search warrants were signed, then we were able to process the digital items.
So you wrote search warrants for the contents of the device?
Interesting, right? So they got the devices and then they did the search warrants, right? But when they went ahead and downloaded his phones, they did it without a search warrant because apparently they said they consented to that. I don't think that's ever going to come up, but again, if Brian Walshe gets convicted of this crime, that is one of the things that they can take up on appeal, which is whether or not the evidence of his phone and the location data that they downloaded was prejudicial. Let's continue.
That's correct.
And when were those search warrants signed for the contents of the devices?
January 10th of 2023.
Oh, 2 days later, eh?
I now want to show you photographs and ask if you can identify, well, I want to show you those so that you can identify them for the jury. Looking at what's been marked as Exhibit 69. What is this?
So this is the black iPhone SE. On the back is our label that we created says 2023-0003 is an extra zero, _1, showing that's the first item of this case.
And 70 next, please.
This is the front of that same iPhone.
Going to 71.
This is the gray MacBook, item number 3.
What? Hang on just a second. Hang on. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 3 zeros and a 3. Is that a error? 3 zeros. Okay, that's a 3 zeros. Okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 0, 3. Well, then, okay, dash 1. That's 0, 3. Where's 2? Anyways, let's continue.
This is the gray MacBook.
It did say
item number
what,
3.
which
You
made
see
me
the
pause.
_3, and it says the model and serial number.
72.
Just a wider version of the same MacBook.
Ms. Gilman, 73, please.
This looks kind of gold, but I believe this is the same gray MacBook, just the cover.
Ms. Gilman, if you could now go to 74.
This is the iPhone
Why is
13
that out
mini,
of order?
item number 5.
And the case has been taken off of that now.
That's correct.
75, please, Ms. Gilman.
And that is the front of the device.
76, please.
It's to show that the phone is the passcode. It's locked.
Same device.
Same device, yes.
77, please.
Again, front of the phone showing that it was still active and getting messages.
And 78, please.
This is the Apple iPad Mini 6, I believe, item number 7. It says, again, shows the model and serial number of the device.
You can take that down, Ms. Gilman. So all of those devices and all of the devices that you see is pursuant to a search warrant at the Walshe home at 516 Chief Justice Highway in Cohasset were all Apple products. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And what are Apple devices?
Apple devices, they're just a brand of digital devices, phones, MacBooks, iPads, they're all electronic devices.
That's the manufacturer.
That's correct.
What is an Apple ID?
So the Apple ID is a personalized ID for your Apple devices that can be used to download apps, go to the App Store, download music, movies, whatever you please.
What does a person use their Apple ID for?
As I said, to download items, set up the accounts, it's usually an email address, and then they're able to sync other devices with it if need be.
Can a person have more than one Apple ID?
Registered to a device, yes.
How can an Apple device be secured?
Either Face ID or 4 or 6-digit passcode, or alphanumeric as well.
What is a web browser?
The web browser is whatever program you're using to view the internet, whether it be Microsoft Edge, Safari, Google Chrome.
You mentioned Safari. What specifically is Safari?
So Safari is Apple's web browser that they have installed on all their devices.
Can other web browsers be used with Apple devices?
Yes.
So I want to talk now about forensically examining devices. When did you begin forensically extracting or making forensic copies of the devices that you seized from the house with the search warrant?
After the search warrants were signed, the 10th, we began extracting, but we're limited to one gray key machine, so we have to place one on it, download it, and then we can swap the devices to the next and so forth until we get through everything.
And did any other troopers assist you with the extraction or copying of the devices?
Yes. Detective Lieutenant Ed Keefe, Lieutenant Sean Quirk, and Trooper Connor Keefe were all assisting.
Ooh,
You've discussed Trooper Connor.
okay. Ed Keefe. I wonder if that is related to Connor Keefe. Hang on, I'm going to go back for just a second. I have a few questions. Who helped him out?
The extraction or copying of the devices.
Yes. Detective Lieutenant Ed Keefe, Lieutenant Sean Quirk, and Trooper Connor Keefe were all assisting.
Okay. So, Ed Keefe, Sean Quirk, and Connor Keefe. But earlier he had said that there are only 3 people who have access to the room: himself, Connor Keefe, and Samantha Vogt. Okay.
Thing.
You've discussed Trooper Connor Keefe before, but who are Lieutenant Sean Quirk and Detective Lieutenant Ed Keefe?
At the time, both of them were part of the cybercrime unit for the Mass State Police.
In general, what is a forensic copy of a device?
When we create a digital copy of the device, it's all the information that we're able to obtain from the device that we can work from, as to not use the device itself and change anything in it. So we always work from that copy to make sure that nothing's changed for, if we have to ever re-image it, or if the item's returned, we won't have the device in our hands.
How do you keep from changing the data on the original device when you're making a forensic copy?
We employ write blockers. Write is in like WRITE writing. So we can't write to the device. It only writes from the device. So it's a one-way street. That way we can get the information and not change anything on the devices themselves.
And where is the original device kept after it has been forensically copied?
If the item was given on consent, we'll return it as soon as possible. If it's evidence, then it'll get...
Where is Karen Reed's phones? Huh? Where is Aiden Carney's phones? Why don't they have their phones back? Again, I don't know if they were given to them freely or search warrant. I do believe that Karen Reed's first phone was given, she had to turn it over. And they didn't get a search warrant till later on. So,
Tag with an evidence number and place into our evidence room.
So now I want to talk about the MacBook, the item number 3 that was labeled, the gray MacBook. How did you make a forensic copy of the MacBook?
So for MacBooks, we can't use gray key, so we have to use, I use Cellbrite Digital Collector. It's basically a write blocker that plugs into the MacBook itself, and we're able to do a live acquisition of the device to a separate hard drive, creating a copy of everything that's there.
So after you make a copy, then what do you do?
I place that onto our external storage device for the Apple system that we have.
And then what do you do?
And then we'll load it into whatever forensic program we're going to use. So for the MacBooks, I used Axiom program made by Magnet Forensics.
And did you ensure, again, that you used a write blocker for this as well?
Yes, that's correct.
And what did you do with the MacBook after the data had been extracted before you began to analyze?
It was placed back into evidence.
And where is that MacBook, the original MacBook that was taken from the Walshe residence? Where is that right now?
It's at the Norfolk DA's office in our evidence room.
What was the date range? Sorry about that. What was the date range that the search warrant allowed you to examine on that MacBook?
December 25th of 2022 to January 8th of 2023 when we seized the device.
And you said that you used Magnet's Forensic Axiom?
Yeah, Magna Forensics Axiom is the name of their program to view the hard drive contents.
And did that allow you to determine if there was an Apple ID associated with that MacBook computer?
Yes, it did.
And was there an Apple ID associated with the computer?
Yes, it was brw@10saleconsulting.com.
And was there a name associated with the device?
Yes, Brian's MacBook.
How is data stored on a MacBook computer?
Similar to a PC, they have a hard drive or solid state drive. The information just gets saved to the hard drive.
Welcome back to Legalese 123, where we are covering cases across America. Oh, sorry. I paused there for a second and I didn't delete that. I apologize. Hopefully I didn't burst your ears out. I'm going to go back just a little bit and we're going to start back up again.
Just get see, they have a hard drive or solid state drive. The information just gets saved to the hard drive.
What do you mean that it's saved on the hard drive? Is it in components on the hard drive? Is it specialized in the hard drive?
Yeah, so Apple products save to a knowledge C database, which is Apple's way of, it's like the C drive in a Mac and a PC computer. It's just where the information is located into different parts of the computer.
Does a MacBook store data of websites visited by the device?
Yes, it does.
Does a MacBook computer store the search terms a user inputs into the device?
Yes, it does.
Where on the device is that data stored?
In that knowledge C database, the actual database, if you drove down into it, is the history.db database, which keeps all of your internet history. It's like a folder in a regular computer.
And is that data automatically stored?
Yes.
During the examination of the data from the gray MacBook, which is item number 3 from that you've labeled item number 3, did you examine data in the internet search history?
Yes, I did.
Okay. What internet web browser was used on the MacBook?
So there are 3 listed, but the majority of all searches were done in Safari.
What is a search engine?
The search engine is whatever, it's like Google, Bing, whatever you go to search whatever search terms you're looking for. So if you type in Boston Bruins into the search engine, it'll bring up all the Bruins web pages in your web browser.
And what's the difference between a search term and an internet history?
As I said, the search terms are the words you put in to do the search. The history is the actual websites visited.
Using the parameters from the search warrant from December 25th of 2022 to January 8th of 2023, were you able to compile the Safari internet search history from the MacBook, which was labeled?
Hang on. I have to go back. Her dates didn't sound right.
Using the parameters from the search warrant from December 25th of 2022 to January 8th of 2023,
That's right.
were you able to compile the Safari internet search history from the MacBook, which was labeled in your lab as item number 3?
Yes, I was.
And were you able to create a physical printout binder of that?
Yes, that's what this is here.
Okay, what is she doing? Why did she just ask the questions, right? What did you find? She can't do that. She has to lay a foundation. She has to, and then also explain it. She has to explain where are these things located so that the jurors know, oh, he found this and this and this and this. So she has to lay a foundation, right? You have to, like you're building a house. She's got to put the bricks down. First of all, are you an expert? Yes, I'm an expert. This is what I've done. I've testified, blah, 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 blah. this is who I am. So she did that actually fairly quickly, which was awesome. Then lay the foundation of what is his knowledge about MacBooks and how do you download this information? Where is this information stored? What search engine did he probably primarily use? What is the search engine, etc.? Just these are just basic questions. Again, you're trying to answer as many questions as the jurors might have so that they don't have questions and try to answer the questions themselves. That is part of the problem. So she's just laying down the foundation. Now we're going to get to the good stuff. He pointed to the big binder. Look at that binder. Can you just imagine what's in that binder? It's pretty thick. For only, what is it? 8 plus 5. So what, like 11 days? 11 days of searches, plus whatever else is in there. So we'll see. Don't want to keep you hanging for long. Let's go.
Your Honor, that has been pre-marked as exhibit number 79, this binder.
Are you offering it?
I am offering it as the next exhibit, please.
I'll see counsel at the side of the bench.
Ooh. Dun 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 dun. I don't think there's going to be a problem. I think what she might be doing is she might be making sure that the defense and everybody going through and looking through it just really quickly. They should have done that before, but just making sure that there's anything that the defense says no, they make a record of it. If there's any objections, etc. Again, if he gets convicted and it comes up on appeal, his lawyer can say, "Hey, I made an objection on the record for it, and the judge let it in anyways." So let's zoom because we have the ability to. Ooh, that's a long sidebar. I don't want to go too far. Oh, that's a long sidebar. Okay, here we go. They're getting back now.
Noting the
Okay, here we go.
noting the defense's objections,
See?
ruling I made at the side of the bench. That exhibit will be marked and is now in evidence as exhibit 79.
79, please.
Okay, so what could have been the possible objections, right? Again, fruit of the poisonous tree. Early on, remember we talked about the evidentiary. Well, you can go back to the playlist in the Brian Walshe case. Brian Walshe was giving up his devices sort of voluntarily, but he didn't want to. He wanted to talk to his attorney, Tracy Minor, before giving up his devices for them to download. Tracy Minor had an agreement with the district attorney's office, Lynn Beatty. Lynn Beatty's no longer there. In their agreement, they were only allowed to download communications between Anna Walshe and Brian Walshe during this time frame, the 25th through the 8th, or somewhere within that time frame. Did Nick Guarino and Connor Keefe do that? No, they downloaded everything. And so the defense is like, Judge, this shouldn't come in because they downloaded everything. And then that's where they got all this other information from. That's how they found out that he wasn't at the locations he said he was. This is how come they found out he went to these dumpsters and he went to Home Depot and he went to Lowe's. So that's what I call like fruit from the poisonous tree. You have a poisonous tree. They pick the apples from the tree. Everything else is poisonous from there on. So that might be the objection that they made at sidebar. But you don't get to hear those. But you can. After the trial's over, you can ask for a transcript of it, but it's very, very expensive. Let's continue.
That's item 3. That is for the record. It's the item 3 extraction report, the gray MacBook Pro.
Your Honor, I'm going to ask that item 79 be published to the jury through the screens now because it's so big.
All right,
And-
so jurors, can everyone, I know that you can all see because you would have raised your hand previously, but previously we've been looking at documents and we've been zooming in. Anybody having any difficulty? Or number 9, you're probably the farthest away from the screen. Yeah. All set? All right, same picture, number 1. Good. All right, let me know if that changes. Go right ahead.
Thank you very much. Your Honor, I'm going to ask now that we show page 526 of the binder marked Exhibit 79. Trooper, what does URL mean?
The URL is the website that the user is on.
I can't see. Can you see?
And what is the last visited date and time?
That is the last time the user had accessed the website.
I can't see.
And what is UTC?
UTC is a worldwide time code to make it easier when we
Come
look
on,
at
camera
devices.
guy.
So we would have to minus 5 hours.
I
to
can't
get
see
to
it. It's
Eastern
all
Standard Time.
blurred from the way that
So,
they've got the angle.
If you look here where it says last date and time visited, UTC-0500, that is showing that I've minus the 5 hours.
I'm sorry, the
still
software has
can't
done that
see
for
it.
us.
Oh, there we go.
You've checked off something, so the software does that.
Yes, that's correct.
There
'Cause,
we go. Thank
during the summertime, it would be minus
you.
4 hours, so we want to make sure we're in the right time zone.
What is the title?
Title is the name of the website. If you looked at the top of like the web browser bar, that would be the title.
And who created the title of the web page?
That's done automatically through the website.
What is the visit count?
Visit counts how many times
Best
the user has
ways
visited that
to
website.
dispose of a body.
What is the visit source?
So the visit source is where the source of the information was pulled from. So this one here says locally browsed. That means it originated on this MacBook.
Wait, hang on.
What is source?
We're going to go back. Okay. Best way to dispose of a body. I know that they're going to go over it, but I'm nosy and I'm here and you're here too. So don't gaslight me just yet. All right.
Website. This one here.
What is source? Not visit source, just source.
So the source shows the APFS container is the hard drive. And it has a string of numbers and letters, users, B. Walshe, library, Safari. So it's showing where in the database it's pulling this information from.
And that's that. So I can see it says history.db that you had previously told us about.
Yes. So it's going down folder wise. So the library is the main folder, then it'll go into the Safari folder, and then the history database of Safari.
What is location?
Location, again, is it's the location of the items in that database, where they're located in it.
Specifically within the history DB database or whatever database it is?
That's correct.
What is what is evidence number? I think I skipped over that, sorry.
Yeah, no, the evidence number is just the name of the disk, the hard drive, the image that we created.
Because this is a forensic software.
Yes.
Okay. What is recovery method?
The recovery method is how the information was pulled from the data extraction. So there's two options, parsing or carving. Parsing just pulls the immediate information that the tool sees, where carve goes deeper into the database to try to find stuff to pull the information. It's just different locations and different means of getting the information so I can see it.
What is item ID?
The item ID is the ID number for this whole image we're seeing.
Now, often there are two records with the same time when you go down in the records.
Mhm.
You'll see the exact same time. Why is that?
So this one here shows parsing. If you scroll down to record 1953, it's the same date and time stamp as the top one. It's just the recovery method is showing carving. So it's gone to a different area of the database and pulled it from a different location.
That
So does
didn't
that mean that the search was done twice? But
Nope, it's just how Apple has a program to store information.
again, I understand. He didn't explain it. I'm sorry. I still don't understand it. And when you kind of like gloss over and you're just like, that's the way it is, that's not true. I understand that he may not be he's not a computer scientist, right? He doesn't work for Celebrite. He doesn't write the software that he's analyzing this stuff on. But I think he should. I mean, she knows that this is the question she's going to ask him. You think he would try to get a better answer just to explain it to the jury and the people who just don't know, instead of just like, man, that's just the way they do it. I don't buy that. But anyways, it is what it is.
okay. Can you give us an analogy about that? Can you explain why that
See,
is?
Again,
Is it like a,
Yeah, so if you think of databases, if you're familiar with like Excel spreadsheets, that's basically all this is. It's different rows and columns of information, and it's where the software is pulling the information from. It's different rows and columns, that's all.
thank you. So I'd like to
still
look
doesn't say why
at
it's on the same
page
date, same
526,
time.
record 1952. What is the title?
Best ways to dispose of a body - Google search.
What time and date?
This is done on January 1st, 2023 at 4:52:16 a.m.
And that's Eastern Standard Time.
That's correct.
What is the URL?
I'll just do the beginning part. It shows www.google.com/search with the query equals best plus way plus to dispose of a body, showing the client Safari, and then it has a whole list of letters and numbers and everything else after.
And what does that mean?
Well, it shows that it was done, the search was done through Google, and the query words where it says Q equals best way to dispose of a body, that means that the user input those specific terms and hit enter to create the search to happen.
Okay. So beginning at page 527, if we look at record 1956. See that?
Yes.
Okay. And then if we go to page 533, record one, to page 533, record
1980.
Don't help her out.
just check it.
She has to ask you the questions. You can't ask her the questions.
$1981.
Oh, see, you were wrong, Guarino.
Can you explain what the pages are in the title? Can you tell me the title?
Yes. So the title for this one is 10 ways to dispose of a dead body, in parentheses, if you really need to. It says page 6. So that page 6 means they're on the 6th page of the website. So the website will break it down so you're not scrolling a million pages long. So you're usually at the end of the page, you'll see next page, you'll click that and it goes to the next part
Wow, so like somebody wrote a whole big manual on it and he's on page 6. Wonder what 1 through 5 was.
of the website for the story or however it goes. So that page 6 indicates that they're on the 6th page of the website, and they do this for advertising reasons and, like I said, keeping things short and concise.
So earlier in the records, if we had started at page 527, 1956, that was page 527, 1956 was just regular.
Yes, that's doesn't have a page number, but it looks like it's the opening page to the website for whataculture.com, offbeat 10 ways to dispose of a body.
And then if we went to 5/28, 1962, what would the title be?
10 ways to dispose of a body if you really need to, dash page 2, the second page of the article,
Okay, so what does that indicate?
that the user clicked to go to that next page, showing that also that the visit count is 4, so it's per the user's been there before.
Thank you. Looking at page 534, record 1986. What is the title?
How long before a body starts to smell? Google search.
I can't write that fast. How long before body starts to smell? Oh, Brian.
What time and date?
January 1st, 2023 at 4:55:25 a.m.
And what does Google search indicate there to you?
Again, that the user input how long before before a body starts to smell and did the actual web search.
Looking at page 547, record 2029.
Hang
What
on,
is
I
the
got to go back because I was writing.
Record 20, looking at page 547,
Okay.
record 2029.
Okay.
What is the title?
How long for someone to be missing to inheritance? Yahoo search results.
How long until someone is missing? I'm going to back it up. I want to get the exact title. Oh boy.
What is the title?
How long for someone to be missing to inheritance? Yahoo.
How long? Sorry, I got to do it one more time.
What is the title?
How long for someone to be missing to inheritance? Yahoo search results.
What time and date?
It was on January 1st, 2023 at 6:24:44 a.m.
And what does Yahoo search results indicate?
This was done on a Yahoo search engine.
So you previously explained Google search. Can you explain Yahoo search?
It's the same thing. It's just a different search engine that the user can utilize to search whatever they're looking for.
Looking at page 543, record 2014. Can you tell me what that title is?
It's the same whataculture.com article, 10 ways to dispose of a dead body if you really need to, page 7.
And what is the time and date for this?
January 1st, 2023 at 5:47:38 a.m.
So what does this indicate?
Again, a user had physically gone to page 7 of this article on the
I don't know why we're going back and forward, why we didn't do this chronologically, but here we are.
website.
And is this at a different time than had gone to the article pages 1 through 6 that we previously saw?
Yes, I believe there was a 45 or an hour difference.
Yeah.
And if we go to page 545 and 545 into 546, what page does this article end on?
Record 2023 shows it at page 11. Yeah, does it go to the following page? Yeah, so that's where it ends. Yeah, page 11 at 5:48 22 a.m.
And what is the significance of that, seeing that page 11?
As I said, that the user physically went 11 pages deep into this article.
Looking at page 547, record 2031, what is the title?
How long for someone to be missing to be dead? Yahoo search results.
How long for someone to be missing something?
What is the title?
How long for someone to be missing to be dead? Yahoo search results.
What time and date?
January 1st, 2023 at 6:25:17 a.m.
Looking at page 563, record 2082. What is the title?
Title is Tishman Spire, Washington, D.C. head, Yahoo search results.
Okay, Tishman Spire, Washington, D.C. head.
And what is the time and date?
January 1st, 2023 at 7:46 a.m.
And you are familiar with these searches. There are multiple searches about Tishman Spire, is that correct?
That is correct.
And what is the title of the search on page 567, record 2096?
This is Lowe's dash Google search.
And what time and date is that?
January 1st, 2023 at 7:48:04 a.m.
What is the title on page 576, record 2125?
Uh,
2125, 576.
should be down further.
Sorry, Ms. Gilman, I know I'm asking a lot.
You need some glasses there, buddy.
There we go.
Thank you. What is the title?
Title is How Long Does DNA Last? Which is a Google search.
And what is the date and time?
January 1st, 2023 at 9:33:49 a.m.
Trooper, what is,
Object, Judge, and this, from the sidebar first.
Yes.
Ooh. Okay, I'm actually going to pause there for just a second. Mr. Brian Walshe, hasn't been determined yet whether or not he did it, but I mean, he's by himself. He has 3 children, 2, 4, and 6. So one can make the assumption that he did go ahead and make these searches. He was a busy man. So the searches started at approximately at 4:55 a.m. on the 1st. I would like to know, what time did Mr. Mutlu leave? So Mr. Mutlu left, I think, between 1 and 1:30 a.m. So something happened between 1:30 a.m. and we'll just say 5 a.m., give or take 5 minutes or so. Oh boy, let's continue. I'm going to zoom, zoom, zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. I'm never really good at this. Okay, here we go.
I think we were at record number 2125, page 578.
yes, if we could please have
She was at
record
576, actually, madam.
2125 on page 578. And for the record, we're showing a PDF, which is the same version that the printed out version of the exhibit which the jury will have.
All right.
Thank you. What is the title on page 578, record 2125?
How long does DNA last? Dash Google search.
And what is the date and time?
January 1st, 2023 at 9:33:49 a.m.
And there is a line, redirect
Oh.
URL.
That might be what was in controversy because she said 576, 21, 25, and now it's 578. So maybe that might be where she messed up at. Listen, I'm not going to go over semantics. It is what it is. They have a printout of it. She might have just said the wrong number.
What is that?
So if you look at the redirect URL is when you explain this. You're going to a website and you click on it, but it redirects you to a separate, not a separate website, but something similar. So if you look, it says, slate.news, it's an article, but it says, is it possible to clean DNA off a knife? So it's similar search terms, but not exactly what you search. So it's redirecting you to similar items. The website's doing that, I should say. It's not the user doing it.
So the browser is sending you to a suggested website?
That's correct. So I'm sure people have done this. Those who haven't, that when you go to type in something in your phone or your MacBook, it gives you those suggested terms. That's similar to what this is.
Thank you. So if we look at record 2127 on that same page, 578, what is the title?
Sorry, 2127 you said?
Yes, please.
Sorry. Is it possible to clean DNA off a knife? Question mark.
What is the date and time?
January 1st, 2023 at 9:34:39 a.m.
Did the user go directly there or was the user redirected?
From this, it looks that the user was redirected from the original search term items that they put in.
And did the user stay on that website?
It shows visit count 1. If you can go down just to the next couple, I could tell time difference wise. Down one more. The next search is done approximately a minute later. So it would stand that this website was up for a short amount of time and then the next search was done.
So what does that mean?
They were there for about a minute and then the next search comes in at 9:35:52.
Thank you. What is the title on page 579, record 2129?
Can identification be made on partial human remains? Google search.
And what is the date and time?
January 1st, 2023 at 9:35:52 a.m.
What is the title on page 583, record 21?
Sorry, I have to go back for just a second. I only got part of that.
52 a.m. January 1st, 2023 at 9:35:52 a.m.
Time?
January 1st remains. Google search.
9.
Can identification be made on partial human remains? Google search.
And what is the date and time?
January 1st, 2023 at 9:35:52 a.m.
What is the title on page 583, record 2141?
How to dispose of a cell phone? Google search.
What time and date?
January 1st, 2023 at 9:59:25 a.m.
What is the title on page 584, record?
I didn't get the time.
What is the title?
At 9:59:25 a.m.
What is the title on page 584, record 2144?
How to dispose of a computer, Google search.
What is the time and date?
January 1st, 2023 at 9:55 a.m.
What is the title on page 589, record 2159?
I am a user on my wife's credit card. She is missing. Can I still use the card? Google search.
Oh boy. I'm a user on my wife's credit card. Wait, what did it say?
Card. She is missing. Can I still use the card? Google.
She is missing. Can I still use the card? Oh boy. Sometimes I want to know the answers to some of these, but I don't dare Google it for fear that if something happened to one of my family members, they're going to be like, "Oh my gosh, you did it!" I'd be like, "No, it's for research. It's for research. I promise you." Oh my gosh! Don't Google these. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm not telling you how to crime. Don't do it. Sorry.
Google search.
What is the time and date?
January 1st, 2023 at 10:16 a.m.
What is the title on page 591, record 2166?
My wife is missing. What should I do? Google search.
What is the time and date?
January 1st, 2023 at 10:59 a.m.
What is the title on page 592 into 593, record 2170?
Yeah, title is Your Spouse is Missing and You Want a Divorce / Hello Divorce.
Your spouse is missing. Let me go back.
Title is Your Spouse is Missing and You Want a Divorce
And you want a divorce
/ Hello Divorce.
/ hello divorce.
What is the time and date?
January 1st, 2023 at 10:49 a.m.
What is
Oh,
the
boy.
title on page 596, record 2185?
Doesn't look good.
It's ways to dispose of body parts after murder. Yahoo search.
Best way to dispose of body parts after murder.
Results.
What is the time and date?
January 1st, 2023, 11:28:43 a.m.
Oh my gosh.
What is the title on page 597, record 2189?
6 ways to dispose of a body - murder, murder, murder.
Oh my gosh. Brian.
And what is the URL?
www.murdermurdermurder.com/blog.
Oh my gosh.
2017 522 6 ways to dispose of a body.
No
What is the time and
way.
date?
January 1st, 2023 at 11:28:47 a.m.
What is the title?
I guess. I mean, this is no laughing matter, right? I mean, it's sad that a woman is deceased and there's no laughing matter in this. I'm just laughing at the fact that, like, I cannot believe that there are websites and stuff out there that have this information on it, and that he he Googled these things. Okay.
1st, 2023 at 11:28:47 a.m.
What is the title on page 596, record 2193?
Patrick Kearney, Google search.
Did you review that search?
Yes, I did.
Who is Patrick Kearney?
He is was named the trash bag killer. He would murder victims and throw their corpses away into trash bags.
What is the time and date?
Objection, Judge.
Oh,
Want to be heard?
Yes.
Let's see
Oh.
what's-
huh. Okay. Well, it's kind of already in evidence, right? The jury heard it. I mean, I just wrote it down. Let's see what she has to say.
For purposes of the question that was asked. So jurors,
Okay.
I'm going to strike that last, for purposes of the question that was asked, I'm going to strike the last characterization of Mr. Kearney or the article being that about an individual, Mr. Kearney, that killed people and put them back. That's stricken from the record.
Okay, so she's not striking the search, she's striking his characterization of who this person is. And so that, okay, that's kind of like a fine line. So she's not striking the search per se, she's striking how he described him. Though how else do you describe him? So I don't know.
Looking at page 603, record 2207. Can you tell me what the title is?
Cleaning up a dead body / Wired YouTube. So it's a YouTube video.
I was just going to say, what is YouTube?
YouTube is a video website where companies can upload whatever videos they want.
And what time and date is that?
January 1st, 2023 at 11:41:50 a.m.
What is the title on page 605, record 2214?
How to clean blood from a wood floor, Google search.
And what time and date is that?
January 1st, 2023 at 11:44:32 a.m.
And then
So that says to me that the bedroom has a wood floor, so that some altercation happened. Hang on, I gotta sneeze. Oh, excuse me. An altercation had occurred in their bedroom because they had a wood floor there. And then, okay, I don't want to speculate any further, but we'll get there.
page 609, record 2229. What is the title?
Can I use bleach to clean my wood floors from blood stains?
Okay. Can I use bleach? Hang on.
What is the title?
Can I use bleach to clean my wood floors from bloodstains? Google search.
Clean my wood floor.
Can I use bleach to clean my wood floors from bloodstains? Google search.
And what is the date and time?
January 1st, 2023 at 11:05 a.m.
And what is the title on page 638, record 2321?
You said the title? Yes.
Yes, I'm sorry, the title.
What does bleach do to dead bodies? Google search.
What does bleach do to dead bodies?
And what is the time and date?
January 1st, 2023 at 12:07 p.m.
Oh, Brian, you're busy.
What is the title on page 647, record 2351?
Want to get away with murder? ? Use special detergent / Discover magazine.
Want to get away with murder? Use special detergent. And who is this from?
Want to get away with murder? ? Use special detergent / Discover magazine.
Discover
What is
magazine.
the time and date?
January 1st, 2023 at 12:18:03 p.m.
What is the title on page 650, record 2364?
Is it better to throw away crime scene clothes or wash them? Google search.
And what is the time and date?
January 1st, 2023 at 12:21:39 p.m.
What is the title on page 657, record 2386?
How to use hydrogen peroxide on bloodstains? Google search.
What is the time and date?
January 1st, 2023 at 12:48:14 p.m.
And what is the title directly below
Hang on, you guys are going so fast for me. I can't write all this down so quickly. Where's my PDF in this?
that? Record 2387.
How to clean bloodstains with hydrogen peroxide - YouTube. Meaning it's a video of those search terms.
And what is the time and date?
January 1st, 2023 at 12:48:43 p.m.
What is the title on page 659, record 2394?
Should I use hydrogen peroxide 8 on bloodstains?
$23.94.
Should I use hydrogen peroxide 8 on bloodstains in concrete? Google search.
What is the time?
Okay, one more time. Should I use hydrogen peroxide 8? I think that's what he's saying.
Peroxide 8 on bloodstains in concrete. Google search.
What is the time and date?
January 1st, 2023 at 12:53:44 p.m.
Okay, I thought this was going to come up. Concrete. Where is there concrete in the home? In the basement. So, did the altercation happen in the bedroom? Maybe even in the dining room, and then he took her to the basement? Okay.
What is the title on page 665, record 2413?
Can the FBI tell when you accessed your phone? Google search.
Is he? Oh. So, his art crimes are federal. So, is he trying to find out if the feds need to know where he's at? And that's why he didn't take his phone? Interesting. Maybe let's see what the rest of the searches are. Maybe that'll answer my question.
What time and date?
January 1st, 2023 at 1:43:02 p.m.
Oh my God, he's so busy.
What is the title on page 670, record 2430?
And what are the ones that they're skipping over? Because these numbers don't line up. What is he searching and what is he doing in between this time? Are they synced and like the kids stuff is going along with this? Oh boy.
Does the dishwasher clean blood? Google search.
Does the dishwasher clean?
What is the date and time?
January 1st, 2023 at 1:52:26 p.m.
Oh my goodness, he's a busy man.
What is the title on page 671, record 2433?
Is it possible that a knife which had blood on it remains contaminated with HIV?
Okay, hang on.
Is it possible that a knife which had blood on it remains contaminated with HIV after it has been washed with hot water and dishwasher soap dash Quora?
Who has HIV? Does she have HIV? Huh. Huh. Okay.
What is the date and time?
January 1st, 2023, 1:52:57 p.m.
Guess we'll find out.
What is the title on page 693, record 2502?
How to remove a SIM card from an iPhone. Google, should be Yahoo search.
What time and date?
January 2nd, 2023 at 2 o'clock in the morning, a.m.
And what
Wait a
follows
second.
that search, record
Wait.
2503?
a.m. 2nd, 2023 at
Okay. Oh, we're on January 2nd.
What time and date?
January 2nd, 2023 at 2 o'clock in the morning, a.m.
And what
Okay.
follows that search, record 2503?
The Apple support website, remove or switch the SIM card in your iPhone dash Apple support.
And what is the date and time for that?
January 2nd, 2023, 2 a.m. in 15 seconds.
What is the title on page 694, record 2507?
How to remove a hard drive from an Apple laptop. Dash F.
Well, he certainly didn't do that, now did he?
How to remove a hard drive from an Apple laptop. Dash Yahoo search results.
And what is the date and time?
Is he thinking of destroying her information, her laptop, her cell phone, or is he doing it for his own? Well, we certainly know he didn't do it for his own. Because here we are. I'm just trying to think like in his thought processes. He had plenty of time. Because he didn't call the police until I think the 4th, right? The 3rd or the 4th. So that's why I've got to do a timeline. Okay, sorry, just thinking in my head.
January 2nd, 2023, 2:01:19 a.m.
What is the title on page 699, record 2524?
TJ Maxx near me, Norwell. Dash Yahoo search results.
What is the time and date?
January 2nd, 2023, 5:24:08 a.m.
What is the title on page 717, record 2580?
How long do stores keep security footage? Dash Google search.
Oh. Oh no. Something happened. Hold, please. Oh boy. All right, hang on. I don't know what happened. Hold, please. Okay, welcome back. So it must have like jumped or something like that. So here we are. I queued it back up where we were. Here we are.
What is the time and date?
January 2nd, 2023, 5:24:08 a.m.
What is the title on page 717, record 2580?
How long do stores keep security footage? Dash Google search.
What is the time and date?
January 2nd, 2023, 10:32:43 a.m.
What is the title on page 724 into 725, record 2608?
How to saw a body? Google search.
Oh boy.
What is the date and time?
January 2nd, 2023, 12:27:31 p.m.
Oh boy.
What is the title on page 725, record 2610?
How to dismember a body? Google search.
Oh. Oh man. If this just doesn't weigh on your heart, I just don't know what. Okay.
What is the date and time?
January 2nd, 2023, 12:27:43 p.m.
What is the title on page 730, record 2626?
Hacksaw, the best tool for dismembering a body. Google.
Oh my gosh. Hang on.
30, record 2626.
Hacksaw, the best tool for dismembering a body. Google search.
What is the date and time?
January 2nd, 2023, 12:33:48 p.m.
What is the title on page 733, record 2633?
Details of dismemberment discussed in murder trial / Wayne 15.
Okay, that was really fast. Let's go back.
33.
Details of dismemberment discussed in murder trial / Wayne 15.
What is the date and time?
January 2nd, 2023, 12:42:59 p.m.
What is the title on page 735,
Dear, can this stop?
record 2638?
Can you be charged with murder without a body? Google search.
What is the date and time?
January 2nd, 2023, 12:47:01 p.m.
What is the title on page 738, record 2647?
Murder conviction without a body / Wikipedia.
What is the date and time?
January 2nd, 2023, 12:47:10 p.m.
What is the title on page 738, record 2649?
No corpse, ? No problem. Notable murder conviction.
Nine.
No corpse, ? No problem. Notable murder convictions without a body / A&E True Crime.
A&E True Crime. Oh my goodness. Please don't Google this information.
What is the date and time?
January 2nd, 2023, 12:51:47 p.m.
What is the title on page 745, record 2670? $745,
Right
record
there.
2670.
Actually starts on 7:44, just so the record's clear.
Thank you very much.
Can you identify a body with broken teeth? Google search. Can you identify a body with broken teeth? Google search.
What is the date and time?
January 2nd, 2023, 1:12:46 p.m.
What is the title on page 746 into 747, record 2674?
Disposing of a body in the trash. Google search.
What is the date and time?
January 2nd, 2023, 1:14:51 p.m.
What is the title on page 769, record 2747?
Chatham West Apartments Rentals / Brockton, MA, Zillow.
Oh, all right.
Chatham West Apartments Rentals / Brockton, MA, Zillow.
All right. I wonder why. Is this one of the places where he might have disposed of her body parts?
What is the date and time?
January 2nd, 2023, 1:34:35 p.m.
What is the title on page 777, record 2768?
The Claremont Apartments Rentals. Abington, Mass. Zillow.
The Abington.
Claremont Apartments Rentals, Abington, Mass. Zillow.
What is the date and time?
January 2nd, 2023, 1:36:14 p.m.
What is the title on page 787, record 2798?
What powder mass smells the best? Google search.
Wait, what?
What powder mass smells the best?
What
Google.
Potter or part?
What powder mass smells the best?
Okay. That's weird.
Google search.
What is the date and time?
January 2nd, 2023, 2:51:28 p.m.
What part of Mass smells the best? That's interesting. I'm trying to think of, is he like asking what part of Massachusetts smells the best? I couldn't hear him whether he said pottery. That doesn't make sense. Okay, I'll continue on.
What is the title on page 797, record 2830?
Can I mix white vinegar to stop smells? Google search.
What is the date and time?
January 2nd, 2023, 7:09:03 p.m.
What is the title on page 798, record 2832?
Can baking soda make a dead body smell good? Google search.
What is the date and time?
January 3rd, 2023, 1:15:55 a.m.
Oh boy. Okay. Oh my goodness. So something happens to her somewhere between, we'll say after 1:30 a.m. on January 1st to when he starts Googling this stuff on January the, on January 1st at 4:54 in the morning. So something between 1:30 in the morning until let's say 5 a.m. I think, wait a second. I think they said that her phone stopped using her phone around 3 a.m. Okay, but all of the morning of the 1st, all of the 2nd, and now we're into early morning hours of the 3rd. He is trying to figure out what to do with her. So she is still in the home at this time. He hasn't done anything with her yet. Okay.
What is the title on page 807, record
Yes.
2856?
Cleaning up blood without leaving a trace. 5 tips, aftermath services.
What Date and time.
January 3rd, 2023, 5:03:06 a.m.
What is the title on page 819, record 2900?
Are footprints easy to wash away? Google search.
What date and time?
January 3rd, 2023, 6:55:58 a.m.
What is the title on page 858, record 3025?
How long for a dismembered body to decompose? Yahoo. Search results.
What date and time?
January 3rd, 2023, 1:02:23 p.m.
What is the title on page
Oop,
86?
hold on.
1:02:23 p.m.
So he's already dismembered her. It's January 3rd, 1:23 p.m.
What is the title on page 860, record 3033?
Body found at trash station. Yahoo search results.
What date and time?
January 3rd, 2023, 1:05:50 p.m.
What is the title on page 866, record 3056?
Can a body decompose in a plastic bag? Yeah.
Oh, Anna, I'm so sorry.
Search results.
What date and time?
January 3rd, 2023, 1:12:50 p.m.
What is the title of page 888, record 3127?
Can police get your search history without your computer? Google search.
Did he learn about thinking stuff?
What date and time?
January 3rd, 2023, 7:38 p.m.
What is the title on page 904, record 3184?
Does a cell phone track your historical location? Yahoo search. Search results.
And what is the date and time?
January 4th, 2023, 8:55:27 a.m.
Are there any searches from January 4th at 8:03 p.m. to January 7th at 3:58 p.m.?
I don't believe so. From the MacBook on?
On the MacBook from January 4th at 8:03 p.m. January 4th to January 7th at 3:58 p.m.
Well, this last search was done at 8:55, so it wasn't going to be 8:03.
Okay, so from 8:55 p.m.
I don't believe so. I'd have to see.
May I approach, Your Honor?
You may.
Oh my goodness,
See that there's
people.
more pages.
He was a
Forget the
busy,
exact
busy
dates.
man. And I appreciate Guarino being exact.
Thank you.
That's very important.
So let's double check.
Oh my goodness. Wow. So he knew that they could search his phone. They knew that they could search his computer. I wonder what he may or may not have done to destroy things.
There's not.
And then starting at January 7th, at 3:58 PM, what is the first search?
That's listed here. It says Chase credit card login, Google search.
And can you give us a page and a record number?
Yes, in the book, page 906, record number 3195.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you. So did you look at any searches prior to January 1st?
Yes.
And I'd like to start with page 521.
Okay, so why why are we going backwards? Why didn't we start with this in the first place? But I guess
Looking at page 521, Ms. Gilman. Looking at 521, record 1938. I'm sorry, 1939, please.
he doesn't look very
Trooper,
comfortable sitting
can
there.
you tell me
Might be
what
hurting from his
time
accident.
this occurred?
Yes, it says January 1st, 2023 at 3:49:39 a.m.
And can you tell me what's happening in this record number?
Oh,
It shows the URL for accounts.google.com for it's like the Gmail, a login through the web.
And going to 1940, record 1940 on the next page, that being 522. Does that continue?
Yes, it does.
Okay. And going to page 524, does that continue until record 1947?
wonder if
Yes,
that's
it
when he
does.
said he emailed people.
And what date and time does that end?
The last one shows January 1st, 2023, 3:50:06 a.m. And then the following is about an hour later.
Thank you. Now looking at page,
Oh, what was going on? They're looking at Gmail? Who's looking at Gmail? That doesn't tell me anything. Okay.
225 into 226, record 825. Can you tell me the title being looked at?
Yeah. It says cheating wife seduces another man to impregnate her. Scarlet scandal, Seth Gamble, erotica X.
Okay. Oh boy. We're going to have to go slower
Into
there.
226, record 825. Can you tell me the title being looked at?
Yeah. It says cheating wife seduces another man to impregnate her. Scarlet scandal, Seth Gamble, erotica X-pornhub.com.
And what is the date and time?
12/27/2022, 12:06:28
Oh,
a.m.
hang on.
Dash Pornhub. 12/27/2020,
And what is the date and
12/27.
time?
12/27/2022, 12:06:28 a.m.
And this continues on record 826, is that correct?
Yes, it's a duplicate from the previous.
Okay. And 827, could you go down, Ms. Gilman? Could you go down, please?
It's there. It's the titles on the right there at the top.
Okay. If you could keep going down though, please. Okay. And if you could tell me, if you could keep going down, I'm sorry, to 828. And what is this?
It says chat with Miss_B and a live adult video chat room now.
And what time is that?
12:06:28 a.m. on January 27th, December 27th, 2020.
Okay. So I had wondered about this, right? I think Brian Walshe, I think is he in his 40s, right? And so his wife is missing, or his wife isn't home, right? Uh, she is in DC. She only comes home for, short periods of time, and he hasn't seen her, right? And I mean, people have needs. And I had wondered what he was doing to fulfill those needs, right? Men have needs. There's no disguising that. So this answers your question.
22.
Okay.
Oh, I missed the
January
date.
27th.
Yeah.
What time is that?
12:06:28 a.m. on January 27th, December 27th, 2022.
Okay. And if this continues until record 831, if you could go to 831, please, Ms. Gilman. Is that correct with Pornhub, Trooper?
Yes, it's there for about 7 or so minutes.
Thank you.
Boy, I bet you she thought you'd never have to say those words in court publicly. But I bet you it's not the first time. It
And,
certainly won't be the last.
Page 241 to 242, record 891. What is that title, please?
Best divorce strategies for men, Yahoo search results.
And what is the date?
December 27th, 2022, 8:33:53 p.m.
And page
Was she home? See, that's what I'm concerned in reference to the timeline. Like, we know that she came home for the 25th for Christmas Eve. She drove up. Did she leave and then come back? We know on the 31st. So we know on the 27th when she was sick, she said she was working from home. And I gather that to mean that from his ramblings, it sounded though she was working. She was back in DC and she was working. And then somehow or another, and we know she was home on the 31st on Saturday or back in Massachusetts because she got her nails done and she went to the bar class. So, okay.
253, record 935. What is the title, please?
Best date to divorce for a man, Google search.
And what is the date and time?
December 27th, 2022, 8:51:33 p.m.
And page 256, record 934. What is the title?
So 9:34 or 9:43?
943, I'm sorry.
Five best and 5 worst states to get divorced in the U.S.
And what is the date and time?
December 27th, 2022, 8:52 p.m. 8:52:39 p.m.
Thank you. Page 257, record 945. What is the title?
Washington, D.C. divorce laws, Google search.
And what is the date and time?
December 27th, 2022, 8:54:13 p.m.
And you have the binder exhibit in front of you, but if you look between records 891 and 934, what does the Safari history show to you between those record numbers? 891 and 934. What topic articles are being looked at?
Are we, is this, I'm sorry, what number is this one we're on? The divorce laws, if you scroll up?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
This is 945.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If we look at record numbers 891 through 934.
So what happened on the 27th? Remember, he kept saying that on the 27th, he said that she was sick and she was working from home. Again, I think she's obviously back in DC because he was talking about that there was something going on and she needed to go over to the other apartment or the other place that she was managing to go take care of things. So, like, she must have been home and then left him, and then he starts looking for divorce lawyers.
They're all showing websites regarding divorce advice, mistakes in divorce, using verbal abuse, don't split up like this, the 10 stupidest mistakes men make facing divorce. It's all divorce related.
Thank you. So if we look at page 259, record 951. What is the title being looked at?
You scroll down a little more there. Oh, if you scroll back up, I'll just read it from the URL. So it's a Google search for Chase login credit card, and then it does a redirect to the Chase that does it again. It's duplicated.
Okay. And what is the date and time?
December 27th, 2022 at 8:57:13 p.m.
Oh, I wonder if he is, because this isn't the first like Chase credit card looking up. I wonder if he's looking up her credit card expenses on the Chase account to see whether or not she's cheating on him. Huh.
Okay.
Okay.
And this goes on to record 1026 on page 279 if you look in the binder. Is that correct?
Yes, showing all Chase account information, the Chase website for the account. Yeah.
And what's on there, Guarino? But he probably can't testify to that. He's not the financial person. He's just what did they download and what did they find?
Trooper, if you look at page 508, record 1890.
Brian Walshe, what are you up to, buddy?
Okay.
Whew.
What is the title?
Replay poker - Google search.
Oh, poker.
And what is the date and the time?
12/31/2022, 6:53 p.m.
What does poker have to do with this? Shows that he's gambling. The man doesn't go out anywhere, right? He's at home taking care of his kids. The nanny's home during the day. He's locked up in his house because he's on like house arrest per se. Can only go out from like, I don't know, 3 to 9 or whatever the special dispensation is that he was given. So like, what's the man supposed to do? Not that that's any excuse for unaliving your wife.
Your Honor, I am about to change topics. Would this be a good time to stop for lunch?
Ooh,
Sure.
we're only at lunch. Oh my goodness. Woo.
There's, thing up line.
Okay, so we're going to change topics. Whoa. Okay, so that is there. Actually, you know what? I'm going to stop the stream and then we'll pick up where we left off. So here we are. Oh, hello. Hi, who's talking? It's me. All right, so this is 2 hours of forensic download digital information. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to stop it here and then we'll pick up again to sort of break things up. So please like and subscribe. Yes, and we'll see you again in just a few minutes. But you won't know that because it's going to be several hours. Anyways, like and subscribe, please. Thanks for watching Legalese 123. If you like what you saw, please like and subscribe for more content.